What's up, everybody? It's Wes and Andy, and we are back. One day later.
Yep.
The point is, life happens, and we're back.
It's a
random fandom Wednesday night. Wednesday, December 6th. So, random fandom number 43.
2.
Sorry, did I get ahead of myself?
We're 1 week away from 3. Yeah.
Thank you for the correction. I appreciate that.
Soon.
Random fandom number 42. You may have noticed things are looking a little different tonight. I'm flying solo tonight here in the cave, and Andy's got some real life stuff going on that's prevented him from being here tonight. So, fortunately,
I'm here remotely.
Absolutely, all the way someplace else.
Yep.
In your own little cave, as it were.
My ever-evolving cave.
At some point, we'll get the next evolution of that.
Mm.
And, it's a good
fully
little,
functioning.
I was going to say, it's a good little space. Seating for one.
Not too bad. Yep.
That's all you need, though.
Yeah, really. Just have guests remotely.
Well, this week is going to be an interesting go here, as I am presently loading up this week's slides.
It's all good.
Because we are not in the same spot, it may be a little disjointed as I am running the controls tonight while Andy takes us through sort of this week's events. So hopefully we won't mess up the transitions.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, before we get started with the news of the week, we should probably what are we doing here? What am I doing?
Well, we have our weekly feature.
Yeah. Our weekly. Yeah, that. You know what it is.
Episodically.
Random trivia.
That's the stuff.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the stuff. Why am I not getting? One moment, please.
Uh-oh.
Something is going weird.
Well, this is the week for it to happen.
I know why. Nothing weird. I just didn't push the button.
Oops.
I didn't push the button. I push the button now, though. Here it comes.
Well, there you go.
All right, everything's fine. What's our random trivia this week? What do you got?
Well, the question for you
is this:
where
is there a slide for this?
There is a slide for it.
Well, they better wait because they're not loaded yet.
Fair enough.
This is the stuff that normally we would have had nailed before. Let me try this. Boom! There we go. Let's try that. Ha-ha. And there we go. That's better. By the way, everybody, Random Fandom is a 100% audience participation show. Please hit us up with your questions and comments in the live chat. And if you're feeling up to it, you can pick up the phone and call us with the custom WhatsApp link. Mm-hmm. The line is open.
Sweet.
Okay. Think.
Yeah.
There we go.
So this week's question: where is the house from the movie A Christmas Story located?
Like for real in real life?
For real life. Is it in A, Cleveland, Ohio, B, Chicago, Illinois, or C, Madison, Wisconsin?
I don't know. It's in the place where you'll shoot your eye out.
That's right.
And leg lamps are a thing.
It's a major award.
You know, so this, I know that this is one of your favorites.
It is Jen's favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And it's up there on mine.
It's not on my list. I've seen it. No, I've seen it. I appreciate it for what it is. It's not really my thing.
Fair enough.
So I'm drawing a blank on this one, but if I had to guess, I mean, the leg lamp is just such a weird thing. It kind of, that's something that I would expect to see in maybe like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is in Cleveland. So I'm going to go A, Cleveland. Final answer. Locking it in. Not phoning a friend.
Okay.
But I don't really know.
Fair enough.
What I should do
Anybody
is switch over to the chat and see what we
if
got.
anybody is chiming in on the comment line.
We got Steve Terrio. Good evening. Steve leading us off with Madison, Wisconsin. That may in fact be.
Maybe.
But I'm going with Cleveland. Any more before we get the reveal?
Don't know. Here's where we need that modified Jeopardy music.
Seriously.
One of these weeks, I'm actually going to come up with something.
That would be cool.
All in for all in.
I believe. Oh, we've got Sarah on YouTube coming in tonight with B, Chicago, Illinois. So that's an A, B, and a C.
One for each.
We got one for everyone here.
Neat.
All right, let me do this here. What am I doing?
Well,
my gosh.
If we're switching slides to number 3, it'll reveal.
Well, 1 second here, and I will let me do that for you.
It'll reveal.
Damn.
A, Cleveland, Ohio is the correct answer.
Wow.
Yeah.
I honestly did not know that. And
fair enough.
If I seem distracted, it's because I forgot another step.
Oops.
And I'm just trying to oh my God. I'm just trying to get our a second window going here for the comments, so I'm not flipping back and forth here. Okay. Apologies. I normally would have this done ahead of time, but that's what happens when we're not in the same room. I just, everything goes to pot. Wow. And then, oh, there we go. There's my thing.
But yeah, that's not the only thing. We actually have another fun fact about A Christmas Story.
Oh, do tell.
Did you know, for years, director Bob Clark tried to find a studio to finance the film?
Okay, I did not know that.
None were interested. And it's based on the writings of Gene Shepard, which appeared in Playboy, of all places. But in 1981, Bob Clark directed Porky's. If you remember that one.
I do.
And it's because Porky's was a hit that he had enough clout to go into other studios and say, because they said, we want a sequel to Porky's. But he said, sure, as long as I can make
my Christmas movie. Isn't that something?
So because of Porky's, we have Christmas Story.
It's a funny relationship. I don't think I ever would have put the two of them. The two of them together.
No.
I get where Steve's coming from too. That's funny. Porky's, another movie filmed in Canada.
Mm.
All right, man. That's it for the trivia. So
that's for our trivia.
Don't forget to stick around a little bit later when we get to our next game. I've got another crazy word for you in this week's edition of Lexicon. Stick around a little later for that. Let's move on with this week's first news item.
Yeah, this one's a sad one to kick us off.
This one, I saw this. It was on the radio. I actually heard it on the radio before I saw any print media about it. That's really sad.
Yeah. Miles Goodwin, lead singer of April Wine, has passed away at 75.
Canadian rock legend. Had just retired from fronting the band earlier this year.
March, I believe.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Not in the grand scheme of things, anyway.
No.
I feel very fortunate to have seen them one time.
Nice.
Back in the 90s. It was kind of funny. Back in the 90s when they missed their stage time by over an hour, I think, just to work the crowd up a little bit.
Oops.
I don't know if it worked or not. I know it was a blistering hot day, so.
Irritable crowds, they do stuff.
Yeah. Multiple Juno Award winning April Wine. And members of Canada's Walk of Fame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, best.
All right.
best known for such songs as Tonight is a Wonderful Time to Fall in Love,
Yeah.
Roller, Just Between You and Me, and Sign of the Gypsy Queen. How can you forget that one?
I was gonna say, "Ooh, What a Night." Do you remember that one? "Ooh, What a Night" that starts off with the bell, ding, 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 ding,
Yes.
ding.
That's the one Bob FM, when they were running their bank vault thing,
Yeah.
they sampled that alarm and used that for the bank alarm.
What's funny is, and this is the names have been changed to protect the not so innocent in this story. Back in high school, some friends of mine that had a pretty cool jam band that I may or may not have hung out with a few times. The lead guitarist and the drummer were very close friends, and they would always do goofy things for each other on birthdays. And so when the drummer's birthday came around, the lead guitarist, now we're high school age kids at this point, went and appropriated one of the fire bells off the wall at the high school and presented it to the drummer to incorporate into his drum set so they could play "Ooh, What a Night."
Nice. Back when there was no online evidence.
Well, no, and yeah, there was
No cell phones, no nothing.
Yeah, there was no way to document that. I mean, you'd have to dust for fingerprints, but I mean, hey, conversely, the guitar player got the vice principal's license plates for his birthday.
Oh, jeez.
Twice. All right, high school shenanigans.
Yep.
All right, where are we going next?
Next, we're sticking with sad. We lost another one.
Oh my God, I read that today.
Yeah, producer Norman Lear has passed away at the age of 101.
Television, absolute legend. If you've watched a television sitcom between 1970 and now, you've probably seen several Norman Lear shows and maybe not even realized it.
Yeah.
I mean, All in the Family is the big standout, but I mean, there's a litany of shows that we could list off, including I believe The Big Bang Theory was he had something to do with that.
Probably.
Oh, sorry, that's a Chuck Lorre. No, but I seem to recall they did a what do you call it? It was a big tribute.
Retrospective?
Yeah, there was a huge tribute to Norman Lear not that long ago. Might have been within the last year or so. And I thought he looked amazing.
Yeah.
He looked amazing. And when he talked, like that guy could hold a room. Nobody
still on point.
Yeah, like sharp as a tack.
Nice.
Steve's got one here for us. The Jeffersons absolutely was a spinoff.
Sanford and Son.
All in the Family. Sanford and Son. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the other one? MASH, I believe he had under his belt as well.
I don't think he was involved in MASH. No, I would be wrong.
But his shows helped launch performers like Rob Reiner, Valerie Bertinelli, Carol O'Connor, B. Arthur, Red Fox, the whole list.
Larry Gelbart was the creator for the MASH television series. But yeah, Norman Lear gone at 101.
Yeah.
The cool thing is the cool thing about a Norman Lear show is that, you know, his TV shows, especially the shows that he did in the 70s, All in the Family, The Jeffersons, they were well ahead of their time in terms of social commentary.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what made a lot of his shows kind of special, that he was tackling stuff that, you know, we're still talking about today in 2023.
Yep. And they weren't ready to talk about it yet, but he forced the issue, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Carol O'Connor is like so not Archie Bunker, you know, like he's not the curmudgeonly racist, you know, stick in the mud that he was on TV. That's for sure. But yeah. Anyway, we will miss you, Norman Lear.
But legacy lives on.
Should we get to something that's a little more or less down?
Yeah, let's go on to the next one.
Oh, this is anything but down.
No, this is raunchy. It's a Red Band trailer has been released for Peacock's Ted prequel.
Yeah.
And it looks great. Apparently, there's only going to be 7 episodes, but
That sounds about right for a streaming show.
it looks like it's going to be like a high school adventure because we're dealing with John going to high school, and the parents decide, Ted's been here long enough. You should go to school and learn something too.
Oh
So
no!
yeah, so go from there where you will. We did link to the show or link to the trailer in the show notes if you want to go have a look yourself. It is a Red Band trailer, so adults only.
You know what you do in your own home? I don't care.
Yeah.
You want to let your kids watch it? That's on you.
Yeah, they'll pick up some new words. Might
It's
learn about
interesting
masturbation or something.
listening, sort of half watching, half listening last night, and listening to Seth MacFarlane's characterization of Ted. It's not, I mean, he's aged. I mean, Ted has been around for a while, right? So,
Mhm.
and none of us are escaping the aging process. The voice is just slightly different. And I don't know if he's trying to make Ted sound younger or if
I
that's just,
think so. Because it takes place, 15 years prior to the movie.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
Yes, I can just imagine as well, Steve.
yeah. Go give it a watch. It's pretty funny. I'm looking
Cool.
forward to it. But what else here we got? I guess this one. For Sonic the Hedgehog 3, they've dropped a teaser image showing basically Shadow the Hedgehog. Who
I was going to say, do you know who this character is? Because I don't.
I'm not fully versed in it, but I do know he's like the lab version of Sonic.
Lab version? Oh.
Yeah, so I guess he wakes up in Dr. Robotnik's lab and starts out evil and eventually turns to good, I hope.
Well, that's just like the last character, the last villain.
Knuckles. Yeah, Knuckles.
Knuckles did the same
thing. He was tricked. He was tricked into thinking.
And not made in a lab.
No. But they did tease Shadow at the end of Sonic 2 in the post-credit scene.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
Where you get to see him open his eyes, but now we get to see his rocket boots and whatnot next to the little clapper.
And so according to this tweet or this X from Jeff Fowler, only in theaters on December 20th, 2024. So just a little over a year from now.
Yep.
Man, you look at these things and think, man, it's a year away. But like in the grand scheme, it's not that long.
Not too far.
Not that long. Are you a Sonic fan?
I quite enjoyed the first one. I haven't seen the second one fully yet, but my son liked it, so
I've liked the movies. I haven't played a lot of the Sonic games. I mean, I've played a couple of them. I played the original Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis.
Yep.
Yeah, Sega Genesis. Haven't really played a Sonic game since. But
I played some on.
Yeah,
I played some with my son on the Switch. There, they've done like the retro collections and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah. Should be a good movie though.
Let's all right, move on to the next one.
This next one I kind of find funny. CEO boy. Bob Iger, he thinks that the Marvels underperformed because there weren't enough executives.
Not enough executives present on set.
Yeah, to oversee and make sure they were doing well. I can't disagree with that more.
I don't understand. Like, so I'm not an industry insider, and I don't understand the inner workings of the film industry. I'm not going to pretend, but like superficially, executive oversight would have made the movie more successful.
No.
Does that mean that more film directors in the boardroom would make the company more profitable? Like,
I think that's what he's implying, but no. If anything, it makes it worse because, you have to cater then to what this executive's vision of a good one is, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy. And
we've heard horror stories in the music industry where label executives want a certain product and the artist doesn't want to deliver that. They want to do something else.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a similar thing.
And I think maybe he hasn't watched the movie Office Space because you don't need 8 different bosses telling you about TPS reports.
Absolutely.
So sorry there, Bob, but no.
Yeah, Peter. Yeah.
What's happening?
I'm going to need you to come in on Saturday.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna need you to come in on Sunday too.
Yeah. But he does have some weird quotes that he's given out here. Quality needs attention. It doesn't happen by accident. Quantity, in our case, diluted quality. And he told that to NBC News. So he thinks it's diluted quality, which
I do think that there's something to be said about that. That just the sheer number of Marvel projects that were churned out in the last couple of years may have had an impact.
Yeah. But I think there's a whole lot more global stuff going on, like people just not affording to go to the theater anymore.
Well, there is that. I mean, COVID. We are going to feel the ripples of COVID for a long time. We may never go back to the way things were.
It probably won't. No.
But I'm not sure. Like, I don't think I can get behind more executives on set. I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Did we get the other Bob Iger news for this week?
We did.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a little bit later on.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But he's also quoted as saying, I would say right now my number one priority is to help the studio turn around creatively. So I don't creatively, I think they're doing fine. But
well, then you just need to have the right creatives on board and let them do their thing.
Yeah, like you put Dave Filoni where he needs to be, and that was a good decision.
I can't agree with that more. I think they did the right thing on that.
Yeah. So why can't they figure it out with Marvel? Like,
yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, I give props to Kevin Feige. Like these are that job has got to be very, very tough when you are sort of the head of the studio and everybody's looking at you. So, I mean, if it's great, then you're a hero. And if it's not, you're the GOAT.
Yeah.
It's Charlie Brown all over.
Yep.
But I do think he's I do think he's done a good job overall, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. We're moving on.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Sure, man. Let's do it.
People who are expecting a sequel to The Nightmare Before Christmas, don't hold your breath.
Was this even a rumor? Like, I don't recall hearing anything about this.
Well, in the age of sequels, right? I guess Tim Burton felt it necessary to put his 2 cents out there, just to, I guess, quell any rumors or whatever. He's quoted as saying, to me, the movie is very important. I've done sequels. I've done other things. I've done reboots. I've done all that shit, right? I don't want this to happen to this. It's nice that people are maybe interested, but I'm not. I feel like that old guy who owns a little piece of property and won't sell it to the big power plant that wants to take my land. Get off my land, you pesky little so-and-so. You ain't getting this property. I don't care what you want to build on it. You come on my property. Where's my shotgun?
Wow. That's very
so. I mean, really, like, it must be like really near and dear to his heart, right?
I guess.
Because usually money talks, but.
Well, there is that. I mean, Tim Burton is one of those.
He's a bit eccentric.
I was going to say, can we call him an auteur? An
I would say
auteur
so.
director? Yeah. And I mean, he's what I would consider an artiste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to redo the thing you've already done. You want to do
like
new
stuff. If you made it perfect the first time, you don't need to go back and do it again.
Yeah, and I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas was this. Nobody, I think, saw this coming and expected what it was.
No, not at all.
To take the idea of the claymation, stop motion animation, that we all kind of grew up on with those the Rankin Bass Christmas specials, and turn it into this like subversive Halloween mashup thing. It was really cool.
Jack Skellington actor Chris Sarandon has also given a statement saying he has nothing to do with whether the sequels get made. So,
well, that's an interesting statement. Doesn't say that there won't be one, but I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, so if they're going to call him, they'll call him.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a safe answer, though.
Yeah, it really is. Doesn't put him in any sort of risk.
No.
Which I guess every actor in Hollywood must be thinking on right now.
Yeah.
Current state of things, right? Don't say something that's going to get you canceled.
That's right. Just delete all your social media right now.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
It's the safe thing to do. Speaking of
All
social
right.
media, I just started a TikTok.
I know it. It's awesome. Go check it out, people.
You can check out my TikTok. You can find me on TikTok. It's doorbell. Oh my god, I can't even say it.
Confessionals.
Doorbell confessional. That's me on TikTok.
Mhm.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Sorry.
Moving on.
Shameless plug.
So there's a new Alien movie coming,
And
I guess it's finally starting to
yeah.
solidify.
And
Alien Romulus.
correct me if I'm wrong. My understanding is that Ridley Scott is involved.
Yes. Not only is he involved, but star Kaylee Spaney has revealed that this one is going to take place on the Alien timeline between part 1 and part 2.
Oh, like
So that slots it in there, right?
On LV426.
Maybe.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Mm-hmm. But she's quoted as saying it's supposed to slot in between the first and second movie. They brought in the same team from Aliens, the James Cameron film.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and the same people who built those exact xenomorphs came and built ours.
Oh, that's
so getting to
super cool.
Yeah, she continues. So getting to see the original design with the original people who have been working on these films for 45 plus years has been so much of their life, and it's really been incredible.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I enjoy the Alien franchise, the whole thing, including Prometheus and Alien Covenant. But like, just like in the Terminator world, where the sequel, in my opinion,
outshone the original.
Aliens, the Cameron movie. Oh,
incredible
that is
film.
the one to watch. Yeah,
that's the benchmark right there. But
Marines.
Yeah, this is going to be the 9th entry in the franchise.
Is it that many?
It is that many now. I guess they're maybe factoring in Alien versus Predator.
I was going to say it probably includes the AVPs.
I would think so.
Or AVP and AVP Requiem.
Mm-hmm. In addition to Kaylee Spaney, though, we're going to have David Johansen. Where's it? Archie Renault from, I guess, Bones, that show.
Oh, okay.
From the show Rosaline, Isabella Merced, and Spike Fearn, as well as Eileen Wu.
A lot of names that I just don't know.
Yeah,
so.
they're from a lot of different projects, but yeah.
Still, a new Alien movie? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take another one. Why not?
I'm on board. Yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah, it was announced back in 2022 when it was Ridley Scott who shared that what's his name here? Alvarez. I've lost my place. I do apologize.
Okay. No, that's all right, man.
Fede Alvarez has been he's on board to direct.
Okay. Do we know this guy's work?
He previously directed Evil Dead, The Girl in the Spider's Web, and Don't Breathe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Ridley Scott is back to serve as producer, along with Michael Pruce and Brett O'Connor, Elizabeth Cantillon, and Tom Moran are executive producing. So
nice.
I don't know any of their stuff, but we've got enough ingredients here for a really great film.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So
are you ready for the next one?
Almost. Apparently Romulus is set to release August 16th in 2024. So really not that long of a wait.
I'm curious to know, talking about this title for a second, Alien Romulus. Romulus, that's like one of the isn't that one of the moons of Mars?
Maybe.
Romulus and Remus, aren't they?
I honestly couldn't tell you. My wife could.
Hang on a second. I'm going to look it up. King. Romulus was a king. The legendary founder and the first king of Rome.
Neat.
Various traditions attribute the establishment of many of Rome's oldest legal and political practices to him. Built the city of Rome on one of the 7 hills along the Tiber, the Palatine Hill, and lived a long life as the king of Rome. Isn't that something?
I wonder if we're gonna get an alien king. I mean, we've seen the queen.
That's an interesting thought because as it stands right now, we just assume that the queen is
Like,
asexual and just able to reproduce on
Yeah.
her own.
yeah,
But that could change sort of the
dynamic.
yeah. And I do think, give me a second here to look this up because I actually think in the action figure world, we've had an alien king before.
Hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can find
Was it back during the Kenner days, or
it
or
might
more
have been.
recently in the NECA?
You know what? That's a good question. Good question. I'm gonna see if I can find. Definitely, there's a statue. Yeah,
Hmm.
Sideshow Collectibles has done an Alien King maquette. Let me see if I
Okay.
can. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, where is it? See if I can save this image and load it up because I find this to be exceptionally interesting. Why can I not minimize my window? What are you doing? Oh,
Because it's the night to mess with you.
oh, I know why. It would help if I was in the right place. I'm going to put this up here just for a second and see if we can bring that up for everybody to see. Well, at some point it'll decide to do something, I think.
Somewhere.
Or it won't. Can I just drag and drop in there? No, I cannot drag and drop. Why can I not drag and drop?
Mm.
Oh, I know why. Because the darned thing's the wrong format.
Oh, boo formats. I ran into format troubles today.
I don't like that. Well, yeah, well, you're a Mac guy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you think I could? Anyway, there is. Take my word for it, folks. The folks at Sideshow Collectibles have done a Xenomorph King. So the whole Romulus thing
Could
that's a
lean towards
good.
that.
Yeah, that's a really good theory that maybe we're getting an alien king, and that will lead to the I don't know the queen
Maybe. Yeah, setting
and
up
her
shop
baby
on
LV426.
yeah.
I think it's LV426.
And maybe she's like a mantis or something, eats the
Oh,
head off the
eats the
father.
male. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting. Yeah,
And that's how they end the movie.
I don't do horror, but I do aliens, which is weird because that first alien, especially the first one, is like
It
straight up
was
horror territory.
yeah. Yeah. But the second one crossed way more into like sci-fi action adventure.
Yeah, very much the same
But
way like Predator does, right?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it for Alien.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't get the picture.
That's all good. We'll maybe do a social media post or something.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But over on the Twitters and whatnot, or X, I guess
On
you're
the
calling
X.
it. X.
X. Do you even X?
I know. Go get that shirt. But Tim Burton announced the filming wrap for Beetlejuice 2 with a behind the scenes set photo, and it looks kind of like he might be in one of those lounge waiting rooms in the afterlife.
This is what I was thinking. Is that what we're thinking it is?
It could be that, or maybe it's the Dietz's home living space based on the mom's decorative
Maybe.
tastes.
Maybe.
Right?
The floor just the wonky looking floor makes me think.
I like
oh,
the
yeah,
floor.
the waiting room thing.
Yeah.
And the checkerboard though, like reminds me of the snakes too, right?
True. It's halfway to
I don't
stripes,
know.
black and
I
white.
don't know what to make about this. This is a sequel that I never saw coming.
Well, as long as it's not Beetlejuice in Hawaii.
Well, I'm glad it's happening. Don't get me wrong, but I truly thought, oh, it's never happening.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's here, almost here, I should say.
Yeah.
I am quite happy about that.
Yeah. When is it set to release here? I guess we don't have a set date for it yet, but yeah, going over who's coming back. Obviously, Michael Keaton is back as Beetlejuice. Winona Ryder as Lydia Dietz. Catherine O'Hara as Delia Dietz. But the newcomers, Jenna Ortega will be playing Lydia's daughter. And this
Great
one,
choice.
I don't know if this has
Great
been revealed
choice.
yet, but Monica Bellucci will be playing Beetlejuice's wife.
That is also an amazing choice.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
then,
cool.
just to add more creep factor, we got Willem Dafoe playing an afterlife police officer.
Nice.
So
that's super
Norman Osborn that face and get him chasing Beetlejuice.
Yeah, really. I mean, have you seen, sorry, just talking about Willem Dafoe for a second, the Boondock Saints?
Yes.
He played an FBI agent in that, and he was amazing.
Yeah.
The Google is telling me Beetlejuice 2 is slated for September 6th, 2024.
Cool.
So we're less than a year away.
Mm-hmm. Actor Justin Theroux is also in the film, but in an unknown role. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I guess, yeah. Yeah. Beetlejuice 2. I will be seeing that in the theater.
Yeah. This was a good trailer to see this week.
I also agree with this.
Furiosa, the Mad Max saga.
Furiosa. At first I thought, oh, prequel, younger Charlize Theron, but like this young actress that they've hired,
Anna Taylor-Joy.
What a great, like her she's got a very striking image.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she pulls it off.
I think so.
It looks like, go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
The one for me is Chris Hemsworth. It doesn't even look like him.
He reminds me. Do you remember the Beastmaster with Mark Singer?
I vaguely recall it.
Do you remember who the main villain in that was?
No.
It was Rip Torn.
Really?
Who played Zed in Men in Black.
Yeah.
But he had this like prosthetic nose that gave him like this like pronounced
an extra nose. Curve.
It was and as soon as I saw Chris Hemsworth with the hair and the nose, I'm like, oh my god, it's the Rip Torn thing. Yeah, it's like, go and have a look at Rip Torn in Beastmaster and then watch the Furiosa trailer and try not to laugh when you get to Chris Hemsworth, because he looks completely comical. But I'm excited to see Chris Hemsworth play against type and play what I perceive as a villain.
Yeah, some sort of warlord who basically has her in slavery.
Yeah, and I mean, we've, if you haven't seen the trailer yet, maybe you want to like pause us and go away for a few minutes, because I'm gonna say some stuff that you might be like, oh, but Emerton Joe is in this movie. So that's going to be,
if you go one more slide, you might see a little fraction of him.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's on the third slide. We got 3 slides.
But there's
there in the middle.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah. Looking all like freaky deaky.
Freaky. Mad scientist almost.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But like,
then, the Emerton Joe.
But we see behind Chris Hemsworth's character there is, I guess, the young version of Furiosa in the cage.
So maybe he's some kind of slaver then?
Maybe
sells her off to Joe?
Could be.
What's interesting is that, everybody's aged down. So obviously Emerton Joe is, it can't be the same actor. The fellow that played Emerton Joe has passed away.
Yeah.
And the guy who played Emerton Joe in Mad Max is the same guy who played the villain in the original Mad Max. It's the same actor. Believe
it. Humongous?
Humongous was in Beyond Thunderdome, wasn't he?
He was in one of them. I can't remember which one.
The guy from the leader of the motorcycle gang in the original Mad Max is the same actor that was Emerton Joe.
That's cool.
Yeah. But George R. Miller coming back with another saga in the Mad Max world. Yeah. I'm excited to see how this plays out. I'm excited to see Chris Hemsworth not having to do any. Well, I shouldn't say that. He probably will do some. gets to be an Australian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He gets to be an Australian. Because that's where the movies take place.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question. Let me just get something here. Let me ask you something.
Yep.
The movie still has the Mad Max name attached to it. And I just want to know, does a Mad Max movie work without Max?
Maybe.
Does it?
Did Fury Road, did they ever confirm that his character
That's
was
the
Max?
same character? Well, I see. They called him Max, but they
Did
didn't.
they?
You know, they did. Yeah.
My memories of that one are vague.
I was pretty certain he said that his name was Max. Now,
because I had there wasn't there rumors that he was possibly the wild child from the second one?
Cool.
Because there was the little wind up music box, right? And he was like, "Ooh, look at this."
Oh, right.
And I don't know if that was just a fan theory or not, but it was a good one.
I do like that.
Because you got to figure, in like post-apocalyptic world, your life expectancy goes down.
Yeah.
You don't see too many 90-year-olds cruising around on bikes and whatnot.
This is going to take more time than I have to do while we're live, but I'm going to look into that because I want to know what the popular is. But for those of you who are watching, if you've seen Fury Road, what's your thoughts? Oh my gosh, is Tom Hardy's character Max the same character as Mel Gibson's Max Rockatansky? Are they the same person, or is it the wild child from
who maybe just took the name Max because
or is
he
it
knew
somebody else? Well, the name and the car.
Yeah.
And by the way, the car got totaled because Max didn't have the car for the third movie.
No.
It got like nuked. That's a Ford Falcon Interceptor, I think it's called.
With a Charger.
By the way. Yeah, with it's a Australian only model. Well, Steve says that he can't remember, and neither can I.
Yeah. Perils of getting old.
That's true. But yeah, I'm in on this one.
Yeah, it's set to release May 24th, 2024. So again, that's far off.
Just around the corner. That's just ahead of the summer blockbuster season. So that might be a strategic placement. Don't want to compete with anything that Marvel's doing next year. Although most of it's going to be from Sony anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right.
So this one's kind of fun. I guess it leaked on the Xbox site that Peter Griffin and Metal Gear Solid Snake are going to be playable in the next season of Fortnite.
Lois.
Now he in the screenshot here, he does look like the more muscular version of Peter Griffin from when he got all beautified in that one episode. But Solid Snake up there, he just looks like your average everyday Solid Snake.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe they're gonna do that.
Yeah, it was shared on X, or I guess the unofficial Fortnite News X/Twitter account, Sheena BR, and it showed up in the Xbox store. They screen capped it, and no confirmations or anything yet, but
that's pretty much on the nose then, if that's right from the
the Xbox store,
a Microsoft store.
Yeah, somebody probably put it up too soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fortnite. Do any of your kids play?
No, they do not.
I don't play the Fortnite either. It just never appealed to me.
We've seen so many videos of kids playing it and like absolutely losing their shit if they lose. It's ridiculous.
It's not how I like to play.
No.
All right. Well, Fortnite. Moving on.
Yep.
Woo! Looks like we're headed to toy news.
Yeah. Got a little bit this week.
Let's kick this one off. What do we got here?
So Super 7 has announced their Ultimates Godzilla -1 figure.
Now, this is being billed as an Ultimates?
It is being billed as an Ultimates.
Wow,
this guy is
hell of a time fitting the tail in an Ultimates box.
Oh, really? This guy is 8.4 inches tall, and with the tail, 14.22 inches long.
Only.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit bigger, but not by much, than what NECA was doing with their Godzilla license.
There's a little, but not by too much. But yeah.
Now, Godzilla -1 has opened this past weekend in the US.
Yeah, it opened it had previously released in Japan. Yeah, it just opened here December 1st.
It's doing very, very well.
As I kind of hoped it would.
Of course, it is a Toho movie, so it's in Japanese. So be prepared if you go to see it that it's going to be subtitled. But
at the same time, it's got that certain Japanese appeal to it, right? Like
it looks like
the big monster film.
Yeah. It looks like they've taken all of the elements of a classic Godzilla movie and put it through this, how can we make it look cool filter? You know what I mean? Like it just looks, how do you take a guy in a suit or animatronic and make it look like a top tier CGI thing?
Based on the trailers, I say they've accomplished it.
They really have. I think it looks great. I don't have a Godzilla in my collection.
Do you not?
No, I like Godzilla, but not enough.
I've got one.
Do you?
I do. I have one. I needed him to go with my King Kong. So.
Oh, to go with Kong.
Yeah.
Is it the Godzilla from Godzilla versus Kong?
No, I believe it's one of the NECA ones from
Sure.
The other 17 versions of him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Steve says, I would love to wear a Godzilla suit in a Japanese theater. You know, and you would be completely revered for doing that, right? Like people
totally.
they would all want to have their picture taken, and they would all want to come up and like, you know, hey, that would be totally cool. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. But this particular figure, it comes with interchangeable roaring and neutral heads.
Oh, sure. No, they didn't do the and I've seen this done before. Let's give him a hinged jaw.
Yeah, no, not on this one.
Or in the case of NECA, where they give you the hinged jaw and the plug-in, you know,
for the flame ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cone.
Yeah.
Or the blunt. However you want to look at it. The giant nuclear blunt.
Yep.
All right, well, that's Godzilla. What else we got?
Yeah, it's a good looking figure.
It is a good figure.
Sticking with Super 7, their reaction line. Apparently we have some Sesame Street stuff out right now.
Yes, there's the Count and Bert and Ernie, but like the yip, those guys?
Why not? They've never had an action figure before, have they?
Not to my knowledge, no.
No.
Now, does anybody?
Unfortunately, these are already sold out on Super 7's website.
Well, then that does tell that people did need them.
Yeah. But I assume they're going to be showing up at some retailers at least.
That's wild that they're sold out. And we were just talking about reaction and just how it's this like never-ending like stream of licenses. But like here in Canada, like full price for one of these is like $22. I can't pay $22 on a 5 POA.
No.
Like I know nostalgia pulls at the heartstrings. Like I am very self-aware in that regard. But really, like I can't do it. I love them, but I can't.
They take you back, but
they do.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, but apparently this is only the first wave, so I guess we can expect them to probably expand out from this. So maybe in deluxe versions you'll get your Big Bird and Snuffleupagus. I guess we would need
Oscar
a Grover,
with the
Oscar, Elmo, Tully.
Oh yeah. And then we need our crossover character, Kermit.
Yes. Kermit the Frog here.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. Wave 1, it's sold out, so pretty much guarantees Wave 2 is going to come, right?
Well, I would hope so. you'd think if they're sold out that people are buying them. So, but we don't know what the production numbers are either. So,
True.
wow, Sesame Street reaction.
Yep. The
All right.
things you didn't know you needed.
How about this? Do you need these?
No, I don't need these personally, but I know some people out there are looking to get them.
What do we
have,
call this?
This is
Bizarro
Bizarro and Batzarro, the
Bat
2-pack.
Zaro, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, Bizarro, he's got his backward symbol and his Bizarro #1 medal.
Yeah,
Batzarro, he's got his upside down symbol, and his utility belt is upside down with all the pockets empty.
Open.
Yeah. But, you know, coming from McFarlane, and these are based on comics, so they're going to look sculpty like a little bit better.
They are going to look like what you would expect them to look like they came off the page.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they're not based on any real human being likeness.
Yep.
Oh, McFarlane. That's cool. It's cool. I mean, but you know, it's McFarlane, and like you said, I can sell Batman any day of the week, and here we are with yet another
Batman. Yeah.
No surprise.
These are going to be available for pre-order, I guess, December 8th and forward. So
at the same time, if you're a DC super fan, like if you're a diehard, like why not? Why not?
Bizarro he's like a fairly high up version, or like tier villain, I guess.
I would think so, yeah.
I mean, he's been adapted a couple times, like they even pulled him into the new Superman and Lois show, but
I still remember his appearances in Super Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And what Bizarro World was like a square, like it was like a cube.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, was that a lift from the comics?
I believe that might have been, yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing it on TV, and it's like, oh, Bizarro's world is the square.
Yep. Flat earthers.
Nice. All right. Well, there's some news from McFarlane for you.
Oh, we got a bit more though.
McFarlane, where are we going next here?
The Boy Wonder when he grew up. Yeah, Nightwing from the Batman Nightfall series.
This is again, like early Nightwing costume.
Yeah, this is like he's right about Teen Titans level here, I believe.
Yeah. But I was never a fan of this suit.
No,
not really. It just looks.
I prefer his black and blue one over this.
I like that one. This one gives me, like, I get that it's supposed to be wings, right? Like, that's what we're looking at. The gold's supposed to be wings, but then it comes off like the way, maybe it's just me, it comes off Native American. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that just, it's never just, the look of it is just never sat right with me. And not necessarily for the how I perceive it, but like the blue and the gold, they should work together.
Well, they do. It's Silver, Booster Gold, and what's his face?
Yeah, exactly. I've just never really liked this look for him.
But if you're going after that whole Nightfall section with like your Azrael Batman and all that, kind of need this one. So
it would be a natural to fill out that line.
Yeah. Again, pre-order December 8th and take it from there.
Yeah. All righty then.
This next one, we're swinging back over to Super 7 Ultimates. We had covered the Foot Soldier last week.
That's right.
But the rest of the wave now has been revealed, and we're going to get what is it here? Mysterious Ninja Nomad Leonardo, Rappin' Mike,
Ninja Nomad.
Yeah.
Well, I like these. I like them because they're updates to the Playmates.
Yes. Yeah, they still have that same like expression type feel to them, but with a lot more articulation and whatnot.
I just saw a photo, was last night, of the updated Space Cadet Raph. Yeah, it looked really cool. And I don't know if it was, I think it's Super 7. Super 7's leaning into the Playmates thing. NECA has been doing more of the movie thing.
Yeah.
And the Last Ronin that they're doing.
Yes. But we got one more slide here with the other, which includes the Foot Soldier and the Rat King.
Yeah, and again, like they just look like great updates to the Playmates figures. Kind of like when Mattel did Masters of the Universe Classics. You know how the original He-Man, like the 5.5-inch guys, were in that squat pose?
Yeah.
And all of the turtle figures were in that, like they were also kind of squatted. Now they're actually like, oh, they can actually stand up.
Yeah, they don't have to be battle ready all the time.
No, I like that.
Yeah, but this is the full wave 11, and if you do get them all, you do get that bonus accessory pack with the
Oh,
extra weapons
yeah,
for
yeah. We
each
looked at last week.
each character. Yeah.
Oh, that looks cool.
So head
Cool
over
for
to
the Turtle fans.
super7.com. Yeah. This next one, I didn't know this was a thing, but I want this.
I didn't know this was a thing either.
I just saw this today. Ultimates, again from Super 7, has released a Notorious B.I.G. figure. And
Well, it's definitely him.
It is. Multiple heads, multiple hands, lots of accessories, even multiple hats. So
Cool.
What better way to immortalize him than in a 7-inch figure?
I wonder what his family thinks of. I mean, clearly, whoever owns the likeness rights is involved. Presumably, it's his family.
Yeah. But like, I did not know I needed this figure, and I want
Until
this
you
figure.
saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this is for you what the Bon Jovi was for me.
It is. Yeah.
Wow. Notorious B.I.G. coming to you in plastic form very soon.
Yep.
Oh my gosh,
I guess it's that time
again.
Loading lexicon. Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
All right, it's this week's edition of Lexicon, the game where I put up a nonsensical but true word, and I'm going to give you 3 definitions. Your job is to pick out the correct definition, and if I've done my job correctly, I will fool you and pull off the con. Do you want to know what
do you
this
got
week's
for
word
us?
is? This week's word is
Oxter.
Oxter. Oxter.
Oxter.
Kind of goofy, kind of weird looking.
A little bit, yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. The definition number 1 for Oxter.
A person's armpit.
That's definition number 1. Definition number 2.
The small pocket in a pair of jeans, more commonly referred to as a watch pocket.
And definition number 3.
A new social media platform based in the Netherlands that connects people based on their favorite smells.
Oxter. Somebody's armpit. The small pocket in the front of your jeans, or smelly social media platform. What do you think?
Well, we think the social media platform will be called Snifter, but
Scratch and Snifter.
yeah, I'm going to go with the small pocket in a pair of jeans.
The small pocket in a pair of jeans, more commonly referred to as a watch pocket.
Yeah,
we've got
that's my choice.
Kimberly coming in on YouTube with number 2. She thinks that's the one. Sarah, also over on YouTube, also thinks it's number 2. Silver Spider's here. He thinks it's number 2. Wow, it's number 2 by a landslide. Any more for any more?
Do we win?
Well, this one was a lot of fun putting together when I read it, because it just how do you not laugh at a word like
Oxter?
It just sounds completely bizarre.
That being said,
for those of you who picked number 2, dun, 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 you're wrong.
Oh no!
Yeah, Oxter is an outdated and not used word. It's an old word that means a person's armpit. It gets funnier, and I don't mean to be offensive, but it gets funnier when you realize that the word origin is Old Scottish and Northern England. Go scrub your Oxter. Yeah,
I think we got our next T-shirt.
There we go. That's a lexicon for this week. Looks like I did it. I got the con.
You did it. Good job.
All right, I'm going to send it back over to you, Andy. Where are we going next?
We're going back to Bob Iger next. He has confirmed his exit plans amidst the studio's lackluster box office run. So his contract is set to run out in 2026,
Keep in
and
mind,
he is.
I just wanted to say, for people who don't know, like, this is a contract. Can we call it an
Extension.
extension?
I would
Yeah,
call it an
it's
extension, yeah, because he was
extension, yeah.
gone and they
The
brought him
man
back.
came out of retirement because they asked him to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, they said, come back and save us. And, as far as saving them, I don't know that
Did
he's
it
doing
work?
it, but yeah, he's putting it out on like COVID and underperforming box office numbers and whatnot. But he has stated that as when the contract's done, so is he.
You know what? I mean, the guy had already gone into retirement. At some point, you got to go, like, whether the ship is sinking or not.
Yeah,
Like, I've had my time. I want to have the rest of my life now.
it's time for someone else.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him for saying that his exit date is fixed. Good for you. Now, I did read that he did say that the succession planning at Disney right now is well in place. So he makes it sound like his successor will be. He doesn't name names, but that there is a replacement for him.
Yeah,
so
there's
that
something ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will we see a big change in the company? I don't know.
Maybe.
They dug up Michael Eisner. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
But yeah, between the Little Mermaid, Haunted Mansion, and Dial of Destiny, they figure they lost an estimated $900 million.
Oh yeah, well, at least
and he's quoted as saying, he is overwhelmed and exhausted by the series of flops. And
at least they didn't write them off and take the tax write-off.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, again, and maybe that's sort of goes hand in hand with his other comments about more executives.
Yeah. Again, though, they're solely focusing on a numbers thing, and I get it, but
when you're a publicly traded company,
yeah,
there's only one thing that matters, and that is revenue.
Yeah. But that at some point, even for a publicly traded company, that's going to have to come second. Like, you're going to have to give the public back something. You can't just keep charging and giving less and less and less.
Absolutely. But that's the whole idea, especially in an entertainment company. You've got to produce stuff that gets the public behind you.
Yeah. You want the public to want your stuff, to want to watch your stuff. But
yeah, absolutely.
You got to make, I don't know.
Yeah. Again, these jobs are just like insurmountably, like, I could not deal with the pressures that he would have to deal with when you're talking, billions of dollars.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you. All right. Let's see what we got next.
Next up, Bruce Campbell is claiming that his character from Doctor Strange and Spider-Man are one and the same.
At first, I was thinking Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but we're actually talking
no, you're talking Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, because he was the usher that refused to let Spider-Man in to see Mary Jane's play.
He was the wrestling promoter. He was the wrestling promoter.
Also in the first one.
Are those two people the same person?
I would assume so.
Because in the first one, see, I thought, now reading it a second, third, fourth time, I thought we were connecting the usher to the street meat guy, street vendor guy.
Yes, but I think we're also connecting him to the ring,
the wrestling
ring announcer.
Yes. That's funny. That's funny. When you sent this over to me, I'm like, oh, well, that would make him, for all of the Goldberg fans out there, that makes Bruce Campbell's character the John Calabasas of the MCU.
Yep. Man of a thousand trades.
Hi, I'm John Calabasas, wrestling promoter. Hi, I'm John Calabasas, theater usher. Hi, I'm John Calabasas, street vendor.
Papa Pizza.
Oh, that's funny.
But Bruce Campbell is quoted as saying, so yes, he is the same character, but we don't know who he really is. We're getting close to finding out. And then people have asked, because in Raimi's universe, there was talk that Campbell would be Mysterio in part 4.
Oh, interesting.
So people are saying, is he actually going to turn out to be Quentin Beck? And he says he can't confirm or deny.
I've read some pretty wild comments. I saw one comment that said he's the Beyonder.
Ooh, that'd be weird.
Yeah, too weird. Too weird
Yeah.
to be taken seriously, but still, I got a good laugh out of it.
Yep.
Well, then that almost suggests to me that we're going to see him again.
I believe we are going to see him again
With
in
a
another.
comment like that, that says
Yeah.
like, oh, we haven't seen the last of this character.
No, if anything, we're going to get a little bit more.
Now, where's he going to turn up next?
Well, Avengers Secret War could be the place.
Maybe. We do have all the stuff coming from Sony next year, so
True.
he could turn up in some of that stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Bruce Campbell, mystery character.
That's right. We also got a trailer for Suicide Squad ISEKAI this week.
This is an interesting concept. I
it-
wasn't aware of what this was. The idea being that they take a popular style and they do this sort of out of world thing with them.
Yeah. Amanda Waller apparently assembles the group, as she does all the time, and sends them to a world of swords and magic where orcs rampage and dragons rule the sky.
Isn't that something?
So, yeah, it's a bit of a mashup. But from the trailer, we do see that we've got Harley Quinn,
Yep.
we got the Joker, Peacemaker, King Shark, and Clayface, as well as Deadshot, I believe.
So there's some of the classic crew in this version of the Suicide Squad.
We do have a second slide here with a couple more images from it. There you do get to see Clayface kind of going full Claybore, and Amanda Waller standing there looking menacingly like she always does.
Yep.
And heavy anime influence here.
Well, I mean,
based on the crossover, right? But
it had to be, yeah.
Yeah. They're saying there is a 2024 release window. So,
right.
Whenever that is, I don't know. The Joker does not appear to be part of the full movie. He's more like a little teaser on the side.
Oh, right.
But he is there.
Just so you know, we're getting ripped over the coals here. Our good friend Red on YouTube. Hey, listening to you guys describe Isekai is making my night.
Well, thanks for correcting us.
Yeah.
That's what you're there for, Red.
You come up here and pronounce this stuff, man. Languages and stuff.
Yeah. I don't even want to start pronouncing some of the names here.
Lots of people are involved.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I read that it is John Cena's Peacemaker, though.
It looks to be him, yeah.
Yeah, so
But,
that's gonna be interesting. Will
it is
Margot
not gonna-
Robbie?
No.
No. Okay.
Anna Nagise is going to be the voice of Harley Quinn.
right.
Takahito Koyasu, I believe. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but he will be
That's
the voice
okay,
of
you're trying,
Peacemaker. Jun Fukuyama as Clayface. Subaru Kimaru as King Shark. So
Interesting.
yeah, no familiar voices for me, but somebody out there knows them.
This is so off the wall, and I mean the concept of like mashing genres. It's interesting.
Yeah,
And
sometimes
because
it hits, sometimes it misses, but
because it's the Suicide Squad, which is a little more offbeat anyway.
Yeah.
I will give this one a chance.
Yeah. We've linked to the trailer in the show notes if you want to go give it a look. But based on the trailer, it looks like it's going to have a good chunk of action and
Sure.
whatnot.
Now, is this going to be a direct-to-home media?
I don't know for sure.
I mean, most
just that it will be premiering globally in 2024.
2024. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So fans of Supernatural,
wow.
They have been teased here. While speaking at the 2023 Creation Honolulu Convention, both Sam and Dean, Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles, they were quoted as saying, here's Padalecki saying, I have some ideas, and I hope now that the writers are back and the actors are back, we can all get together.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Jensen Ackles then said, stay tuned on that. There are some conversations regarding that conversation that are being held, or that are being had, sorry.
We got to talk about the thing we talked about for the talking
So
stage.
a possible season 16 of Supernatural.
It's an interesting thought. It had an immense popularity when it was on.
It did, and it ended like it ended like hardcore. No more. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
Because
But
like what after all the seasons, what's left, right? Like
I
they
don't
fought
know.
the devil, they fought God, they fought God's sister, they fought
Yeah.
just an ever mounting source of villains.
We've
But
done it all. Yeah.
yeah,
Let me take us back
So-
here for a second. We get a further a follow-up comment from Red who says, for the layman, it is a pervasive style of anime story that involves a person or persons from our world or dimension being sent to another, often based in fantasy or video games.
so it's Jumanji. Jumanji.
Oh, that's interesting. So there you go. I appreciate that. Thank you for the education. I do appreciate that. All right, here we go. Wapeach is real. She can be
Yeah.
real.
So Waluigi creator reveals
Yeah.
a scrapped Peach design. Apparently this design is out there. The 3D renderings are out there, but she never made it into the video games.
This is an interesting look. The sketch, I would have preferred if they'd have rendered her in black.
True,
She'd
but I
look
think
way more sinister.
true, but the coloration goes more along the lines with your Waluigi and your
You're
Wario.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Because they're like purples and yellows but
You're right. Oh, Red. Reverse Jumanji. What happened to Robin Williams? Yes, that's right. When the game comes alive, not when you get sucked into the game. Got it. I think. I don't know. I'll just watch it.
In the reboot, they all got sucked into the video game.
They did. Twice.
Yeah.
Wow. This is an interesting character idea. Does this mean that this character is going to turn up in a future title?
I don't know for sure. I don't know. Maybe it'll like drive some sort of fan demand for her. But apparently she was rendered and created for the GameCube Mario Tennis game. So
GameCube. Wow, we're going back.
Yeah, so this design has been out there for quite a while.
Sure.
But Camelot president Hiroyuki Takahashi addressed the concept of bad versions of Princess Peach and Princess Daisy back in 2000, saying, "We asked Nintendo about girlfriends for Wario and Waluigi, but Mr. Miyamoto said that he didn't even want to see their girlfriends." So it kind of got shut down back then. But
yeah, no.
But the designs have leaked out, and expect cosplayers to kind of pick it up and run with it. So
I would, yeah. It's a natural. Cool.
Yeah, why
cool
not?
Character.
So
here we are back at Warner Brothers.
Yep. The CEO of WB is defending their decision to cancel movies like Coyote versus Acme and Batgirl and Scoob Holiday Haunt, saying that
they give an actual reason other than it was my decision.
They are quoted as saying, "We decided that we had to have courage. The question is, should we take a certain percentage of these movies and open them in theater and spend another 30 million or 40 million to promote them? When I look at the health of our company today, we needed to make those decisions, and it took real courage." So all that tells me is they had zero faith in their own product.
That's like saying it is so bad.
Yeah, we don't want to dump any more into it.
Yeah. Like even, and I've said this a few times on our show, even Roger Corman's Fantastic Four has seen the light of day.
Yeah, it has.
How bad does it have to be for you to say it's going to take courage not to release this? I don't get it.
Like, is this the new age of like money laundering? Like, here, let's dump, 100 million into a movie and then do nothing with it.
Yeah. And take the tax write-off. I don't know. I don't know.
Like we had talked about earlier, the Coyote versus Acme is getting shopped around.
Yeah.
So hope is there for Batgirl and Scoob as well, but who knows?
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But as of right now, well, and going back to that thing about like how bad is it? Somebody I don't remember who it was. Somebody said about Batgirl that it was unwatchable, that they couldn't put it out in the form that it was in.
Really?
Well, yeah, but I mean, again, how bad does it have to be declared
Yeah.
unwatchable?
Because like I seem to recall somebody else saying that the Echo series was unwatchable.
Well,
But based on that trailer, I want it
don't
now.
see that. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how that plays out, because clearly, they have a deeper relationship from when she was a little girl.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But like
courage.
Courage to put work away and let it never see the light of day. I think it would take more courage to release it.
At the same time, like, and that we are talking from the fan perspective, but let's talk from the employee perspective. Everybody got paid.
Did they?
You would have get paid for your work. You'd had to get paid for your work. Well, I guess.
Yeah, but like,
I guess it depends on what the structure of the deals were, really.
Yeah, because like your John Cena's and whatnot, you'd probably want some sort of residuals or a cut of the box office.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And if it never goes there, they don't have to give you that.
No, you're right. You're right. So yeah, I should eat. I recant what I just said.
And I double down on the new age of money laundering. New age money laundering.
Yeah. I was thinking more along the lines of the digital artists that are, especially in animation now. Those folks would have got paid. But no, your talent, your actors and voice actors, that's maybe a different story.
Yeah. And like, how much are you denying them? Like, also,
I don't know,
publicity wise, right? Like, oh, I'm in the new movie. This.
Yeah.
No, you're not. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's like, but I worked on it. I made it. It just didn't get released.
Yeah. It's like TV pilots that get filmed and don't get released, or they don't get picked up for series or whatever.
Yeah, on a grander scale.
Yeah, hopefully that that there is room for these things down the road somewhere. Like, they're not destroyed.
Well, with all the streaming services, does it really cost them anything to add it to a streaming service?
You pay a licensing deal. Well, this is what I mean. Like, Warner Brothers, license your stuff to another studio.
Yeah,
it's not costing you anything to license it.
No,
just put it out there. Then the person who licenses
for it.
If Netflix licenses it, guess who pays for the marketing? Netflix. Yeah. Like, you don't have to pay for that.
Yeah, that's saving money too.
Yeah. So frustrating.
Yep.
All right, what do we got here?
This next one is good.
Oh, this is the
latest trailer.
The Nintendo Power Glove.
Yes.
I'm like, Kong got a glove. He got a big old video game glove. What's going on here?
Does. We do get a second glance of it later on in the trailer, but lot going on in this trailer. We do have like a baby Kong.
Diddy Kong.
Yeah. We get to see that a lot of our actors are returning from the previous installments. This one scene in the middle here where it's got Godzilla and Kong kind of running side by side.
Yeah.
It's upset a lot of people.
In what sense?
That kaiju apparently shouldn't be moving that fast.
I've been waiting for Godzilla to move like this for a while. I get the clumsy dinosaur thing, but
if Kong is moving like a great ape should, he's got the speed, he's got the power.
Absolutely.
Have you ever watched lizards go? They get up and they go. Like,
that's true.
Crocodiles, iguanas, chameleons.
Yep.
Maybe not so much chameleons, but but like those lizards that run across water.
Oh yeah,
and never touch. You know,
of course, yeah.
They've got speed.
I have to say though, as much as I'm intrigued by this, because I like the. I'm a big Godzilla fan. I like the new Godzilla, and I like the new Kong as well. I have to say, watching this trailer almost made me. I turned to my wife and I said, "This looks unfinished. Like, this does not look like final.
No,
like, the CGI did not look complete to me. It didn't.
Maybe not in the leaping scene, but
it didn't look bad. But it didn't look like, oh my god, either.
Well, in our next frame here, there is an oh my god frame, and it is that one right there with Godzilla lighting up and screaming at the sky,
getting all nuclear.
Yeah. Now,
like
I
that.
have read online there's a theory that this is not our Godzilla from King of Monsters.
From the 2014. This
That
is a
this
different Zilla.
that this might be a female Godzilla who will hook up with Blue, who will show up later to
So
give
we
us
got
Son
Blue
of
and Pink.
Godzilla.
Oh, Godzuki.
Yeah, that we'll have a Son of
That's
Kong
awesome.
and a Son of Godzilla, right?
So is that what we're getting at? That Diddy there is Kong's son?
I don't know for sure. I have nothing but speculation at this point.
Because there's a spot in the trailer where there's like, oh, there's a lot of Kongs.
Yeah.
Like dozens.
If you look at that top top
that's
left
it
image
the top
there,
left. That's the one I'm
there's
talking
like
about.
an entire colony of them just gathered around this
Yeah.
this new villain who's like almost a red ape.
I presume it's our Kong from the last movie because he's got the axe,
Yes.
which he used in the last film. So it's got to be that. That's the Kong that we know.
And he's going to stumble into something further inside Hollow Earth, where this colony of other Kongs are taking up residence.
I will definitely be watching this. I've been watching Monarch on Apple TV Plus, and I've been really enjoying it. So, I'm down for this.
Yeah, this looks like a big, crazy monster movie. Looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look good.
We've linked to the trailer in the show notes, and
I don't know if it looks as good as the stuff we've seen from Godzilla -1, but
I don't know. This one almost has a more fun vibe to it.
Yeah, I mean, this 2 different studios, so and 2 different tone vibes, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be checking this one out.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And again, we don't have to wait long. April 12th, 2024.
Oh yeah, not long at all. Not long at all.
Nope. So apparently the real reason that Jenna Ortega has left Scream has come out, and
Because
it's
the
salary.
other person got fired. Oh, salary.
Yeah.
Is it though? Is it really?
I don't know.
And I said this before, is salary and is that the out? I can just say they're not paying me enough and people will accept that. But I still wonder, is it because the other person got fired? And
I think it might be a little bit of both.
With that. I would agree with that.
Yeah. THR reported that the cash shakeup with Ortega may not be due to scheduling conflicts, but instead a salary dispute. So
maybe, could be, possibly, might be, we're not sure.
Yeah. But apparently she was demanding a higher salary in the area of 7 figures instead of 6. And like her star is shooting right now.
Well, 6 is only hundreds of thousands.
Whereas 7 puts you in the millions.
1 million is a 7-figure.
Yeah.
Given the success, her other successes in television, and I don't know what she made for Wednesday. Sure. She's $1 million actor. Sure. Give her $1 million. Give her $1 million, tax free. There you go.
Yep.
Give her enough so that when she pays her taxes, it's $1 million. That's okay. I get it.
Yep. Our next one here. This one, I guess you could say this one has been coming for a while, but this one just kind of cements what has been talked about.
Yep. We've talked about this several times, and here it is.
Yeah. From the PlayStation Store, they issued a notice as of December 31st, 2023, due to content licensing arrangements with content providers, you will no longer be able to watch any of your previously purchased Discovery content, and the content will be removed from your video library. We sincerely thank you and for your continued support.
You know what that is? That's
bullshit.
That's read the fine print.
It really is.
I agree with you, but that's the thing. Like, and
you've mentioned this before.
You know me.
You're buying a license to view it.
As a streamer, I am not disillusioned by the fact that I don't own anything. I'm paying a fee to watch it, and I have no control. Same thing when you purchase something digitally. Read the fine print. Are you paying to own it in perpetuity, or are you paying a licensing fee to watch it?
For as long as they let you.
that license could be revoked.
Yep.
It's in the fine print. It was there all along. Morally, do I think it's wrong? Yeah, but
Yep.
it's not legally wrong,
No.
and that sucks.
We got another slide here with a couple of
Oh, sure, yeah.
X's that are
Yeah,
going on
even
about
X. All right, here we go. What do we got?
it. We got our first one from Gambly.
Says, I feel like a lot of people aren't understanding that most of the Discovery content getting removed from the PlayStation Store literally doesn't have a physical release. Hardly anything under the reality umbrella has gotten a physical release in the last 13 years. So reality television.
Yeah.
Jake, who remains, says, oh, so it appears a lot of y'all don't know this. When you buy, in quotations, a digital copy, you're simply purchasing a license to view. So you do not own that movie. Think of it more like a movie ticket. You get to watch the movie, but you don't own it. My advice is just buy a physical copy. And then we've got Dano, who says, and people give me a hard time for still buying physical. LOL. By the way, this is a Discovery problem, not a PlayStation problem. So don't turn it into a console warring, which I'm sure some will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same thing. Like, this is going to happen, and it's already happened as an Xbox user. I've bought into Microsoft Game Pass. Games get delisted from Game Pass. So play them while they're there, and mourn them when they're gone, I guess.
Play them, but don't dump too much money into them, I guess.
Yeah. So for everybody who's, on the cusp, if you want to keep the stuff alive, there's a good argument to be made. Go and buy the physical media.
Yeah. Because they've announced that over 1,000 seasons of Discovery Channel TV shows are going to be removed.
Yeah. Hundreds of series that amounted to thousands of seasons.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of stuff. And for them to just turn it off and say, sorry about your luck, especially after.
If it's stuff that never got a physical release in the first place, I mean, hopefully there's enough there for, Discovery, which is a Warner company. Go and look at your numbers, man. Like, is there enough demand there? Maybe you should consider, releasing
a physical release.
Yeah, maybe.
But like for some of it, I can see, no, you wouldn't want a physical release of it. But again, not all reality TV is my cup of tea. So
no, exactly. Like, I'm not going to go back and rewatch old seasons of, say, Survivor or whatever. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But like old seasons of, say, something like Mythbusters, which, by the way, I just looked up a Mythbusters clip last night. So like, I'm still interested in that stuff because it's rewatchable.
That one is one you're going to lose on the PlayStation Network.
Yeah, of course.
Shark Week, Deadliest Catch, other stuff like that also included.
Yeah.
And it's going to sting for a lot of people because you do lay out money to get that stuff, right?
You do. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Shall we move on to the next one?
Let's move on to the next one. Apparently it leaked and then they turned around and dropped the trailer. Grand Theft Auto 6.
It's out there anyway. Let's just get on board and put the real one out.
Yep. They've announced it for a 2025 release and the trailer looks phenomenal.
Now, are you a GTA fan?
I am a GTA fan.
And I am not. I don't think I've played one since the original Vice City.
Fair enough. As far as content goes, looks like we're getting our first female lead.
Interesting.
She's going to be named Lucia, and I guess we're going to follow her story for this one. But graphically, it looks incredible, and some of the developers have said, yes, this is what it's going to look like. Which
it's almost photoreal, man. Like, it looks great.
Yeah, we've linked to the trailer in the show notes if you want to go give it a look for yourself. But incredible graphics on this, and we're going back to Vice City. So
cool. Well, maybe that's enough to get me back in.
It might be. There are some online comparisons floating around for stuff that is in the trailer, and it is basically mirroring real live stuff coming out of Florida. So your Florida man is going to show up in here. Alligators going into quick stops and whatnot.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
So,
Oh, Florida man.
yeah, looks good. If I was going to get the new console, that would be on my list.
That would be the one to drag you in, eh?
It might be, yeah.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
But I got a while till I get there. But
Yeah, you gotta catch up on what 20 years of
4.
videos.
I'm still on 4.
4 generations of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's kind of sad. They've
Yeah,
stopped clocking it. So they've
we
technically
talked about this about like we would have to see what the box office was for last weekend. Did we
Yeah.
get that?
Where are we here? After 4 weeks on the big screen, 80 million in North America and 197 million globally.
That was last weekend.
Yeah.
That's an interesting set of numbers, but not as interesting as the statement from Marvel that says we're no longer releasing the box office details on this movie.
Yeah. So they're
do
close
feel
enough.
They feel like it is a flop.
They do, but it's not out of theaters yet. It's still
No.
there. So, and it's not that far off. Like it was only 220 million to make it. And so we're like 23 million away from covering that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, and like modern movies, what they
don't give
double
them
your
that.
budget. You have to double your production budget to be considered successful because your marketing budget is considered to be as much as your production. Really?
Yeah. But at the same time, they didn't get hardly any of that. What with the strike?
Right.
Like there was no
Yeah.
touring around, red carpet openings or anything like that.
No, I guess there really wasn't, was there?
Yeah.
Well,
But
we saw it. We liked it.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I hope you guys got to see it too. It was fun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just they're not going to tell us how it does. So
yeah,
I mean, the history books will finally have it later, but
oh, absolutely, somebody will be tracking it.
Yeah. This next one kind of caught me off guard. Gundam Requiem for Vengeance is coming to Netflix.
That's probably going to make Morgan happy.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Part of the show, Morgan Donaldson getting a Gundam CGI series.
Mm-hmm. And at first, I thought this was going to be live action, but then as you go further in, you do see the telltale signs of the animated. But as far as the mech suits go, they look great.
Gives me.
I mean, they're not the shining white things out of the anime, but they look more.
Well, Gundam has been around since the 1970s, and it's one of the most disjointed. Like I couldn't tell you how many Gundam series there are, but they are not every Gundam series is linked to the other ones. Some of them exist in their own little space. It's almost like, what's the other anime that does that? Evangelion has a bunch of animes that are not. Some of them are linked, some of them are not. And I feel like this. Now, I don't know where this falls in because I just don't know the Gundam world very well.
Apparently, this one is falling in the setting of the first Gundam series, the Mobile Suit Gundam from '79.
Well, there you go. So that's all the way back to the beginning. So this could be a good jump-off point for someone like me.
Yeah. It's made with the Unreal Engine 5.
Oh,
and
that's why it looks the way it does. Yeah.
It looks awesome.
That's very cool. I got sort of like Starship Roughnecks, the Starship Trooper Chronicles.
A little bit,
yeah.
But it will stream only on Netflix, so that's where you're going to watch it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did we link the trailer for that one?
We did.
Oh, cool.
So you can go check that out later. I guess we're getting pretty close to the end here, though.
Are we getting there?
So, last call for last call. If folks want to call in on the WhatsApp.
We are
dangerously close.
2 slides away.
Yep.
This is your last chance to get your questions, comments, and calls in. So hit us up.
Yep.
Next item.
This one, a holiday gift 65 years in the making.
Only.
Yeah, only. Brenda Lee's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree has hit number one on the Hot 100.
Isn't that something?
So she beats out Mariah Carey.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
It is. It's a classic. and it happened Monday, where it finally hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
Nice.
She was just 13 years old when she recorded this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that the photo or the painting on the cover there.
I
does
believe
not-
that's the album single cover from way back when.
Yeah, it does not look like a 13-year-old, but what do I know?
Yeah. But
Oh, good for
what else
her.
here? Yeah. When told of it, she's like, "No, me?"
Yeah, you.
But she also said, "That's fabulous. Wow, all these years, Mr. Marks would be proud." And she's referring
who
to
wrote the
Johnny
song.
Marks, who wrote
Yeah.
the song back in 1958. But
Yeah.
so 65 years later, it hits number 1 and
Very
topples
cool.
Mariah Carey.
Very cool.
So
Topples. Oh, that's funny.
yeah,
I could see that in a celebrity death match.
yeah. But it wasn't the only one. I guess there were several other Christmas carols that landed on the Hot 100 this week. Mariah Carey is sticking in number 2.
I never think about looking these things up, right? Like that seasonally, these songs probably do like come and
They
go.
spike, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby Helms' Jingle Bell Rock came in at number 4. Wham's Last Christmas at number 5.
Yep.
And Burl Ives' A Holly Jolly Christmas is at number 6.
I love Holly Jolly Christmas.
I know. It's such a good one. But Andy Williams' It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year landed at number 10.
Cool.
I'm not sure how the hell Wham got up that high. That
Well,
song's terrible.
I mean, you don't like it?
I don't like Last Christmas.
It's pretty cool. Mind you, I
like the Richard Cheese version.
I just watched a documentary on George Michael, and that was a significant part of his sort of arc as an artist. So I thought it was. I like that song. It's not a favorite, but I certainly wouldn't turn it off if it was on the radio or something.
Fair enough.
Yeah, cool. Speaking of
But,
music, I know we're almost here at the end. I just want to take a chance, take a minute to tomorrow. Tomorrow, I am going to Toronto, where I am going to see Geddy Lee of Rush on his book tour. That being said, I've been sort of following this book tour as it goes, and two singles that previously unreleased singles from the writing sessions from Geddy's solo album, My Favorite Headache, back in 2000, have been were getting played at these book tour. Yeah, the singles that never got well, they're singles now. Songs that never got released. They were never included on the album. They just got released to streaming yesterday. So if you haven't checked that out and you're a Rush fan or a Geddy Lee fan, 2 new songs yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
I guess it's that time. It is that
that
time where well, he's out there in the aisles. He's hunting for you and me, so we can save a few bucks with this week's toy hunting tip at Dollarama. Andy, what do you got?
Well, returning to shelves this week are Spidey and his Spidey and his Amazing Friends 2-packs.
Sure.
They're selling for $5 each, but retail for 16 and up. So if you want like a good little thing for a Spider fan, you can't go wrong here.
No.
And the next one, actually, we're going to send a shout out to Morgan Donaldson, who found this one this week.
I saw this.
The Gundam Infinity series. Finally, we're getting that last piece that will complete the Build-A-Figure for the rest of the ones that were released months ago.
Very cool.
And if you are going out, you're going to find them for $5. But if you are ordering it off Amazon, you're looking at 47 and up for this particular model.
Isn't that something? Wow, that's a cool. I mean, again, Gundam fans.
Yeah, thank you, Morgan.
Get to your Dollaramas because
they will go fast because
they won't last long. Yeah.
No, everybody has been hunting this last one to complete their figure.
I hate to say it, but anything that has a potential resale value.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is. Wow, that pretty much wraps it up for this week's Random Fandom. Not a whole lot to close out the show on. I don't have any real updates for you other than, like I said earlier, I started a TikTok. If you're interested in that, you can find me at Doorbell Confidential on TikTok. I think it's hilarious. I'm hoping to do more to do more of those.
You definitely need to do more. That first one is awesome.
Yeah. I've gotten word from Hank. I've spoken to him physically on the telephone. He's still alive.
Telephones still work.
Yes, they do. We are going to get back to what we said we were going to do, hopefully this weekend, and get some more recording out of the way. So look for some of those unboxing videos that we talked about coming very soon. Also, I'm working on pinning down whether or not we're going to do a Christmas episode as a pre-record that we can play sort of closer to Christmas, or if we do our Christmas episode as a live stream. For those of you who are fans of the show, what would you guys prefer? Would you like a live stream, or would you rather have something that sort of you can watch it in the replay kind of whenever you want, that you don't have to be present for? It's really up to you guys, because whatever we do won't change. I'm working on getting some special guests for that episode, so stay tuned. I'll have more details on that as soon as I've got a date pinned down that we can do it. That's all I've got. Anything you want to close on?
Not really, no. That's about all I've got as well.
Well, hopefully everything settles down over at your place, and we'll be back here in studio next week, and
for another exciting installment.
We're in the season, the holiday season, whether it's Christmas or other non-denominational thing that you may or may not celebrate. I hope you're having a good season. If you're attending any parties, be safe. Don't drink and drive. All that good stuff.
Yep.
And don't forget, we'll be here not the same time. Hopefully we'll be back to our regular slot next week. Hopefully.
Around the same time, probably the same channel.
If not, we'll keep you posted. Always check us out on the socials. And as always, everybody, fan on for Fandom Power. My name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.